got a couple of hot takes that I'm going to throw out at you, and I think you're not going to like some of them. By the way, Notre Dame and Ohio State are both getting beat. In their bowl, Ohio State might not even have enough players to play. Ohio State, man, they got guys quitting and whining and bitching. Problem with Ohio State, even though they're great, this year's problem, they didn't have enough guys that gave a rat's ass. Like the Michigan game was just another game to Ohio State football players, some of them. And as I've always talked when Urban Meyer was there, there's a balance between getting the best players, some from Seattle, LA, wherever, and making sure you have enough guys that understand the magnitude of Ohio State and Michigan. You have enough guys on the coaching staff that live and die. You know, Urban Meyer was an Ashtabula guy. He's from Ohio. Ohio State doesn't have that. Ohio State guys, they had guys, I saw it, sitting with their feet up on the heaters while they were getting their ass beat by Michigan. I'm telling you right now, you want to get something done in this bowl season? Do yourself a favor. Take frickin' Utah. I'm all for Marcus Freeman. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Marcus Freeman is a guy that I can play for. You all think that the players' reaction is awesome. You all think it makes Brian Kelly look like a bad guy because all his assistants didn't come to LSU with him. That's for you guys to think. I'm not doubting Brian Kelly at LSU, but I am doubting every guy that's a player's coach. I'm sorry, I am. Marcus Freeman seems like a great guy, and I would like to play for him. But having said that, I always doubt the guy that's the player's coach. I do. The world is different. I totally get it. I do. I understand it. We are absolutely in a world where we must love you. Love me. Please love me. That's the world we live in. Hell, Mike Krzyzewski's got a Love Me tour going on. I get it. But I doubt players' coaches until proven different. And I hope I am. Maybe he's not a player's coach. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe that reaction was out of love. Everything's about love these days. I don't know. But I do know this. I think they're both going to lose. Purdue's the best team in NCAA college hoops. I'm giving you some hot takes here. I'm watching all these teams. Now, Baylor's played the best. And Baylor might be the only team that's better than Purdue. I'm not sure yet. I think Baylor is riding a hell of a wave. I think Baylor guys, Scott Drew did guys to buy in. But I like what I've seen this year out of frickin' Baylor. I'm actually going wrong here. You know I'm not. I love Baylor. I think Gonzaga's good. I think Duke's good. But I think Purdue's the best team. Yeah, I know they lost to Rutgers on a half-court shot. You'll have that. Look, the Big Ten, when you go into the Big Ten, you're going into crazy arenas. You're going into arenas with people that are just hanging on every single shot. You're going into the most knowledgeable fan bases in the country. Even though it was Rutgers, they're best of the best. The great Todd Frazier came out. I think that Purdue's the best team in NCAA basketball. We shall see. This week in college basketball, don't even pay attention. Yeah, it's exam week. Nothing going on here. Hell, Memphis won a big game. That doesn't ever happen. But next week, and as we get into conference season, you're going to see what I've been saying. LeBron James is the best player ever. Now, I threw this out for Ryan Burr. I don't believe this. Even though I'm supposed to believe this, I don't believe this. See, to me, the best two players that I ever saw, Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Before you jump on me about Wilt Chamberlain, look, understand this. If you really want to know anything about professional basketball and who the most dominant player was ever, all you got to do is look at Wilt Chamberlain's numbers. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 and 25 for those of you that are all about the numbers. Greatest winner ever, 11 championships, totally different era, Bill Russell. But the best two players that I ever saw, one was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Two was Michael Jordan, or it's 1 and 2. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not saying but Jabbar was better. I'm not saying that at all. I'm going to put LeBron in my top 5 now, but I don't believe LeBron James is the best player ever. I know people think that. I know he's taken teams to heights that they would never have even come close to. But I do think the NBA is a little different. And LeBron James, frankly, wears me out. Michael Jordan never wore me out. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar never wore me out, except when I was a Bulls fan in the 70s, and all he did was make sky hooks and ruin things. Steph Curry, best shooter ever. Man, I'm going to say absolutely. Let me tell you why. I don't think he's the most skilled player ever. I heard a guy on ESPN SportsCenter this morning say that. I don't believe that. But Steph Curry, best shooter ever, I'm going with that. I've not seen anybody in my lifetime that consistently, night after night, makes the variety of shots that Steph Curry makes. Think about it. He runs off screen, catches and shoot. He catches, shot fakes, dribbles sideways and shoot. He steps back and shoots. Sprinting in transition, catches, makes threes. A ball screen, dribble, step back, make three. Ball screen, dribble, turn the corner, knock in a three. There is no three-point shot that Steph Curry doesn't make. And I don't think we can say that about people. I don't think that's something that we always can look at and say, man, Pete Maravich did that. Man, Rick Mount did that. I don't think we can do that. Reggie Miller could do that. Reggie Miller, in my world, is the second best shooter that I've seen. Larry Bird is right there, so I digress not talking about Larry Bird. But I am saying this. Larry Bird, to me, has to be on, I think, absolute any list of great shooters. But the best I've seen, Steph Curry, because he can make shots every way. Remember when Larry Bird did that over the head and then drilled it? That ain't easy, people. But I'll still go with Steph Curry. I will. I think Steph Curry, to me, none better. And I'm hard on that. I don't just give in to that. I don't. This college football season was the most interesting, and I agree with that. I do agree with that. And not because Cincinnati's a nice story. I watched Cincinnati in person. I've told you that on the show. Yeah, I'm not into that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But the truth of the matter is, this had a lot going on. In 2008, now that's a long time ago, I felt like every night my son and I would sit down at the end of a Saturday with my nephew. He was always sleeping over, and we'd watch college football until 2 in the morning. That was a great year. But this year had everything. I felt like this year, whether it was Purdue coming on or whether it was Alabama struggling to win a game or two, Auburn, Alabama, whether it was Ohio State kicking everybody's ass, slowing down, I don't know, whatever it was. Cincinnati in the mix. I never got tired of Cincinnati. I really didn't. I got tired of frickin' UCF a few years ago. Cincinnati's a good story with a really good dude, Luke Fickell, as a head coach. I'm going to agree with me that this was the most interesting college football season yet. I think so. All right, this is the moment you've been waiting for. See this? This is a pen. See this? This is a pad of paper. Get it out right now. I am currently 10-2. 10-2. 10-2. I don't know how to say it in Serbian. If I did, I would say it. But the truth of the matter is, I don't. What the hell happened to our feed? I got no broadcast. Anyway, you ready? Tonight's action. I don't know a single player on Lipscomb. I don't. I'm not sure I know a single player on Florida State. But I know this. Lipscomb plays hard. Lipscomb plays really hard. Lipscomb is a kind of team that, you know what, we like. We like Lipscomb. We don't like Lipscomb to beat Florida State. No. We don't like that at all. That's not what I'm saying here. But 18.5 to me, holy cow. I'll take the 18.5 today. I'll take the 18.5 tomorrow. I'll take the 18.5 every freaking day of the week, Lipscomb against an okay Florida State team. I'll take it, I'll run with it, and I won't stop it. Next one, Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks without the Greek Freak are -1 against my beloved Indiana Pacers. You got to understand something about the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers beat bad teams. The Indiana Pacers completely shit the bed the other day. It did. I mean, it took a big old dump up 5 late against Golden State. And you knew it was going to happen if you live in Indianapolis. Miles Turner was whining and complaining and bitching and moaning and everything else. I'm just a glorified role player, Miles Turner said. No, you're a role player, but you ain't glorified. Just a guy, block some shots, get about 12 against bad teams, 5, 7 rebounds against bad teams. The other day, Miles Turner went 1 for 10. 0 for 6 from 3. You know what that means? That means that Miles Turner made as many threes as I did in the game, had as many offensive rebounds as I did in the game. I ain't making $18 million, although I should be. So I'm going to take the Pacers. No, I'm not. I'm going to take Milwaukee, and I'm going to give the point. I don't care if the Greek Freak plays, because frankly, the Pacers always shit the bed against a good team. It's automatic. And when I say automatic, I mean automatic. Last one. NHL. You've not heard from me in the NHL. Now, you're going to tell me that this is too easy, this is chalk, this is a lock, but it's only -150. Which means I can make 50% on my money like that. Bet 150 to win 100. You're telling me you're not doing that in the stock market? You're telling me you're not putting $150,000 in the stock market, waiting 3 weeks, and taking out an extra $100,000? You're telling me that taking the freaking Mighty Ducks of Anaheim over the Kraken at -150 is cheating, is stealing? No. If it were 250, maybe. But you're telling me, think of gambling this way. You wouldn't put $150,000 in an account if it told you it was a better than 80% to get back $250,000. You're 150 plus another 100. That's what you're telling me? You're crazy. That's how I look at this game. If it were 200, I won't cheat you like that. I won't do you like that. I won't do you like that at all. But I will do it like this. 150 -150, that's 50% juice. That's about as high as I'll go on these picks. I'm guessing because I just picked it, I'm guessing it'll go up. I don't know.